I suppose I should pull YouTube up.
Yay! Alright. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's I thought another Lieutenant Jimmy Jr. Getting a minute to kind of check my game strength and everything else. Now usually we talk about these things on Thursdays. But this is a coming to soon thing, so please don't, jump all over the place like I did, thinking, oh my God, Thursday, the end of the world. Oh my God, we have to go back to school. And then Aaron pointed out, it's not this Thursday yet. Aaron.
Well, you got a little ahead of yourself there, Jimmy. But yeah, nowhere in the article does it say that that it's happening this Thursday. It just says it's going to happen in an upcoming triple patch or an upcoming holodeck patch. Um, And the reason Jimmy and I are here was you were supposed to introduce us being here because we're going back to school. You ruined the joke. Good job, Jimmy.
Sorry.
I haven't been able to get into the stream to test the sound, so I don't know how it looks or sounds right now. But might as well go.
It still says it's trying to connect on my end.
Alright, well, let me try to get in there and hopefully I can get it to pull up.
Yeah, because unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, on my end, like I said, I use an Elgato that's streamed to Restream. And on the Restream, it's got a big thing that's been going on for over a week now. YouTube Live is having streaming instability. We had noticed, we are aware of the situation, and are having issues. The people who are streaming with our site to YouTube, we are dealing with the issue as best we can. We'll let you know as soon as possible with a text on our Twitter. And this has been going over a week now, and my guess is, oh my God, okay, YouTube said it just connected. Twitch is still trying to connect, it says. And it says I've got one person watching, so that probably you, so hi. How does it sound so far?
So far, you sound really good. I haven't heard myself yet. The picture quality is kind of so-so.
Yeah, I think what it is like I said, and I'm actually using the Windows Edge because when I use Windows Google, it really messes up the stream data because how many things the Google pulls.
I am super loud.
Oh, okay, let me adjust you. Yeah, that's what it is. Discord has completely knocked my thing on the Discord down to 10%. The U are 200%.
Holy crap.
I wish there was some way we can lock it down in Discord, because even when you have the thing turned off where you manually control it, it still adjusts.
Alright, once you got it adjusted, let me know. And whatever you have in the background that's causing the picture to be fuzzy, close it.
Probably the web page. Yeah, try now, because it's down to 75.
Alright, testing. That's much better.
Alright.
Picture's still terrible, though.
Yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we're not looking at the news too much. Like I said, I kind of jumped to the conclusion because I shared this with the 10th delete and this everything else and all, and I was like, oh my God, the world's coming to an end. We all have to go back to school. Oh my God! And then Aaron pointed out, not this Thursday yet. But Star Trek Online has been live for over 7 years now at this point, during which time has then adding and updating new content, plays, new systems to interact, new mechanic to utilize this. We've recently announced changes coming to the Star Trek Online, which is that original thing we talked about, the ground system, how they were changing the ground system and trying to make the ground system better and more entertaining on the mechanic and stuff, as well as the lighting to the ground and everything else and all. They're excited to tell you that some of the bigger changes coming to space combat in the game, some of the reasoning behind them. Given the opportunity to make such drastic change to Star Trek Online experience, it's important to set up some guide principle to ensure that the game, as much as possible, only gets better. Now, I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm going through, don't be surprised. There's going to be some good things, and then there's going to be some seriously nerd things. So be ready.
The other thing is that when they're talking about doing things like this, it's all subject to change until it goes live, and even after it goes live, they can change it whenever they want. They're the developers; it's how it works. But take what you hear today with a bit of I don't know,
Grain of
calm.
salt.
Well, I was gonna go with a bit of calm because people get
Yeah.
pissed off about shit like this all the time.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, after we get all this and everything else, we will be able to test it because they will put it on the triple test server,
Yeah.
so we can test.
They'll put it on
see
Tribble
the
and we
sort
can
of
go and play with it.
Huh?
And yeah, they'll put it on Tribble so we can go and play with it. In fact, I think that's what the article says, is that it'll show up in a Tribble patch note. And
Yeah,
then
and then down here, if you
before it
want to
goes
record what you
live,
think, go to the forums here, and then FTR build Reddit to kind of, say, hey, I don't like this. Hey, this is
yeah.
good. Okay, let's turn this a little. Let's
So
tweak this a
before
little.
it goes live on Holodeck, we'll get to test it in Tribble.
Exactly. Okay. Okay, now I'm just gonna kind of glance at some of these, just everything else. Aaron, if you see anything interesting to you, now science characters, you're gonna be happy because a lot of this is actually relating to science and engineers. There's really nothing to tacticals, that it's really leaning a lot to science characters and balancing the science characters and
Yeah,
balancing the engineers.
they're balancing the tacticals too by nerfing the tacticals ability a little bit, because tacticals, when you set it up right, are super duper strong. And
Exactly. You can
the
destroy
same's
everything
true
in
with
2 seconds.
any class as well. But I mean, honestly,
And especially the Romulan tactical, which is right now the king in the game. So if you're the Romulan tactical officer, you're basically God in the game. Because how much power they can do. Okay, carrier pets are getting some significant changes that'll make them much more useful in combat. Now one thing I do get a kick out of, they are the Indian to one torpedoes every 30 seconds, meaning, as I'm understanding, you had some of them, when you did like Torpedo Threat 3, your pets will also will be doing Torpedo Threat 3, so you'll see a bunch of torpedoes coming off your pets when you're firing a bunch of ones. Or if you did like High Yield 1 or High Yield 2, your pets were doing a High Yields as well. Well, apparently they're going to be kind of nerfing it, so, pets will only have one torpedo, and they'll only be shooting one torpedo at a time. Good thing now, as you can see, unaffected. So when your shit blows up, or no, not your shit, because when you blow it, they blow up. When you're flying around and you're like too close to a ship, like the Dork, when you like blow it and you can't get away because the Dork's holding you, and the Dork cube goes, as you can see, they'll now be unaffected. They'll try to take damage, but they won't suddenly, drop down to 5% and then suddenly explode. It'll withstand the explosions some better. Received health and damage. Carriers already had scratched the paint, and they'll be receiving other dots. Now, this one I'm not sure. I'm kind of wondering, some of the dots, like the Romulans, and you had Romulans, you had some of them that are able to do some of those Romulans, like high yield, rapid fire, type stuff like that. So I'm wondering if the carrier pets are going to start getting some, like bridge off duty type powers. Well, they'll start doing it themselves while you're flying around, which could be cool. Now this one right here, which kind of ducked me. I actually switched on doing overload because it seemed like, there was a lot of times I was tired not doing overload, and half the time I'll get one critical hit, and then other times nothing would happen. It was like I'm tickling them, and especially with the Phaser X, the Galaxy X. If I actually started not doing overload, there was a lot of times my lance could go on a cooldown because it thought I fired my lance, and I'm like, no, I just did a being overload to my dual beams on the front end. But my thing would suddenly go into a cooldown because it thought I fired my lance. So they're going to be changing the Thyro Will, where Thyro Will now have a slight penalty to weapon damage instead of increase at ranks at 2 and 3, and an accuracy deduct as well. So you're quote unquote, Thyro Will 3 flying around and basically like taking care of pets, taking care of nines and this everything else. Well, it's going to be a little bit changed there. So Firewall 3 is going to be getting a little attention, but not the kind we all want. That's the Aaron in the background dancing on the table.
I am not.
Yeah, you just shut that down. I saw you on the stream there.
It's
And you
not
saw
me.
there, ladies and gentlemen, right there, right there.
It's
See,
not me.
dancing.
It's not me. I promise. I'm still sitting.
Now, kinetic weapons, ain't that like high yield torpedoes and stuff?
Kinetic weapons are anything that deals kinetic damage. So we're talking most torpedoes deal kinetic damage. Some of your omnidirectional weapons use kinetic damage.
Yeah, 'cause like that platinum torpedo that you fired on the Omega, that's considered a kinetic weapon. When it hits you, that it moves so freaking slow that when it hits, it does with a high yield 3, it does a nano amount of damage to you.
So your
Now, good thing right here, as you can see, now they not only fly faster, but if you throw gravity wells, your nines will no longer, as you can see, targeted torpedoes and nines are no longer affected by hazard ability such as gravity wells and tachyon drift. This should make them less sluggish and eliminate the situation where they would suddenly detonate upon launching, which will allow them time to actually be shot down. There have been times where I would fire the nines and somebody would be throwing a tachyon drift at me or fire a gravity well at me, and I'd be launching the nines, and then all of a sudden, because it would cause the nines to go off, I would actually take damage because the gravity wells could catch the nine and throw all the nines in on top of me and anybody else that happened to be there. So that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing with nines, because people was using the nines against me. Now, right here, the you science people that like throwing ghost ships, here's a good one right here. Combat effectiveness allies summoned by the platonic delete have been significantly increased. So that's going to be interesting. And the miracle worker healing significantly increases will now also grant a significant amount of secondary shielding for a short period of time. Each ship's power transfer will now also give a target an increased maximum substance and power level for duration. This can be stacked with other increases to maximize substance and power levels. So that's going to be interesting. And then down here, I believe there's all your tactical stuff right here.
mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I put this link into the stream.
Now, one of the things that they mention a little more towards the bottom is that not only are these things, kind of subject to change, they weren't able to cover all of the changes they're making in this blog. So the changes that they make as they make them will show up in your. They'll have more about it. It'll show up in the forums. It'll show up on a patch note for Tribble, and then eventually for Holodeck. But I mean, if you have the ability to go and test this stuff out when it comes up, please do, because that's what Tribble's there for. So those of you beta test like me and Jimmy, go in there, do your testing, send feedback, report bugs, do all that good stuff.
Exactly.
Because they want to make the game more enjoyable for us, and they can't do that if we don't tell them what we like and what we don't like.
Exactly.
You have
So if
no
you want to
right
make this
to
game the way
bitch
you
and
want, you need to.
complain.
Now let me go. Now we need to correct that. There are the light timers. Pay to play can get in there, don't they?
Yeah, but I mean, if you see
Yeah, the free
something
to
on
play
the
can't do it,
forums or you
unfortunately.
in the patch notes, even if you can't go and physically play with it, you can look at what it is and understand what it is and say, hey, that sounds like a terrible idea. Tell them that. Because even if they don't take your advice, you really have no reason to complain, or you really have no place to complain if you don't voice your opinion.
Exactly, because like I said, right here, holding, and this is the name, Mechanic ANA. It's the name that you're looking for. So on the forums, and you see this Mechanic ANA, that's where you want to go talk to. And then the other one is called STO Dill's Reddit.
Right.
Apparently there's just an open thing right now, but on the forums, this Mechanic ANA is the one you're looking for, and that is the one where you can go talk to, follow up, see what people are saying, report your issues, what you expect to see, what you don't like, and stuff like that. So look to this Mechanic ANA on the forums. And that's where, like, I'll definitely be in there talking and say, hey, I like this, hey, this is stupid. I'll be here, that's where I do all my yelling. Yeah, otherwise, I don't think of anything else. And then, as I said, list of changes beyond what we can call out in this log. A large amount of changes and other deletes cannot be mentioned here. Full list will be on the triple tech near future. At least keep a close eye. So that's like Aaron was just pointing out right there. And if you can't get on, because like I said, only light timers, and I believe the people who pay a monthly subscription, if I remember correctly, they can get on. The free to play, unfortunately, you can't. But you can still go to this thorn right here and still read and say, hey, I don't like that. That's stupid. You can still go there and look at it, because the forum is open to everybody. Alright, anything else? I think that was all. Yeah, 'cause
No,
that's
I
all.
didn't. I didn't have anything else.
Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it's just the third when I got it. I thought it was coming out this Thursday until Ann pointed out, like, no, don't say that. It's just coming out soon. It's another turtle test starting coming out soon. The one I was looking at it earlier, I'm like, oh my god, the world's coming to an end. We all gotta go back to school. And here we are. So what are you expecting out of all this? As you saw, because as I was reading it, I kept seeing a lot of good things to science and good things to engineer, and there were just a few things to tacticals.
Well, I mean, they're working at making a balance, and for tacticals, that means you might have to cut back somewhere. And I understand that, and it sounds like they're trying to make things a little better. So I will see what they do, and I will test it, and I will tell them what I think of it when I test it.
Saying here, because like I said, as of right now, the run on tactical officers is very tired right now. But all the other officers, they're so-so, put it that way. But I am glad that the science is once again, because at first, when the first came out, engineers had survivability, that if you really wanted to have fun in the game and just do tricky stuff, you definitely want to do science. But if you just want to get everything as quick as possible and be level 50 in 2 weeks, just that all, then yeah, you want to do tactical, because you just wipe everything and be at 50 in 2 weeks from now. So I'm glad that they're, rebalancing the game, but also making it interesting again. Because you got to figure, this game has been out now going on 7 years. They're changing the lighting, they're changing it. You look, the clouds look like they're moving. To me, they look, and you see a shuttle coming in behind us there into the academy there behind us. That's everything else. So they are trying to make the game look a lot, the sun and this, everything else. But at the same time, they want to go another 7 years and be around for another 7 years. What do you think, Aaron?
Hmm? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
You're not second Canadian. You don't listen? I thought that was my job never to listen because I'm first Canadian that never listens. Because I'm Mr. Know-It-All. I know what I'm doing.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
Well, how do you think about all the changes that been going on since then up till, because like I said, they're trying to balance it out, but at the same time, they're going to go another 7 years with all this going on
Hmm.
with like I said, the clock looked like they're moving. You see shuttles coming in, all the
Yeah.
graphics, the
They've
game
made some
mechanic.
really great changes over the past few years, and they've made some really, maybe kind of questionable ones, but they see what works, and if it doesn't work, they deal with it. Um, and they eventually they deal with it. Like, we're still waiting for a better PvP model, but it's one of those things that takes time and try to find a best way to balance it out and all that good
True.
stuff. So I like a lot of what they've done. I love where the storylines have been going, the ships and things that are available to us, and all that. And I will say, Jimmy totally called it. Back when we were doing the stuff with Daniels, that the Enterprise J would be playable.
Yeah. Just all those clues, just everything else. And as much as I play this
Mhm.
game and, follow up and still love my Star Trek shows and, yeah, I just had a gut feeling it was him.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess in a way, now I know there's going to be some questions, because I've been coaching that to A&D, go A&D. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I do not think they could put the DirectX 12 because right now they're taking the DirectX 9. DirectX 9 is being taken completely out of the game, so you're definitely going to have a video card that can handle DirectX 11. Or at least equivalent of DirectX 10, which really don't have. There's only a few of them that could do it. The rest of them just DirectX 11, so you're okay. But I know that there's been some questions. Hey, of course, since you got DirectX 11, like Bethesda, who's now actually rewriting all their games and are getting rid of DirectX 9 and all going to DirectX. Well, not a, it's called Vulkan, I believe it is. Where they're actually rewriting all their games and their game codes so you can use the new, Vulkan DirectX 12 type thing and use the AMD chip and the AMD video card. Now that would be cool if we can do that, because then that'll keep the game going. Because we're now, they're able to do DirectX 12, they're able to do all this new technology. And one thing about technology, if you really look at technology itself, when the game first came out, you had this, basically DirectX 8, and the coloring, the lighting, the amount of 3D, that everything else was not as high resolution detail that we have now. But if we can throw in 12 and keep going, can you imagine this game like 20 years from now still going with whatever DirectX 20 or whatever it is that might be coming up? That'd be cool as hell. What do you think?
I think I need more blood wine.
Yeah. Oh wow, one of the players just ran past us. Hello.
I think that as far as like the DirectX stuff, I don't think that they will make that jump unless they've been around for a little bit longer, and then they have to cut down like they did with the like they did with the more recent updates, where some players wouldn't be able to use their game on certain systems. Um, but they try. I would think that they try to avoid doing things that drastic that often.
Well, the reason why I bring it up because, as you know, this game is now on console, and there's,
The
PlayStation and
console looks
Xbox are
really
basically 8
nice.
cores.
Yeah, the console looks really nice. The controlling is a little more than I'm used to with doing this on a keyboard and mouse with the computer. Um, but it does look very nice, and I like the way that they did it. Um, But yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what changes come, because if they're gonna stick around, then there's gonna be a lot of different things coming down, and then some of it'll be stuff we like, some of it won't be. Um, like
Yeah,
I
because they're
love what
definitely
they've
going to
done
have
with
to
like the
change with the
reflective surfaces and
times.
these things.
Or should I say, majority of the time, because yeah, there will be those minority group that's going to get mad and yell and angry and just everything else. But yeah, quite unfortunately in the gaming business, the majority of the people that hey, I didn't like this, hey, you need this. Usually the majority people are the ones that are going to get the game changed and have the game go the way they're expecting it, because the majority tweaked their thing and got what they expected.
Right.
Just to let you all know. Alright, I guess that's about all I can think of. It just, like I said, I saw that. I get the 29th. It's not this Thursday. It's soon to be coming, so I guess that's about it.
You want to give the ladies and gentlemen a salute?
I guess so, yeah. I'd stand out here a little better.
All right.
Get something where we're not getting stomped on.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Oh, yeah, I know how we can do this. Yes, I'm running. Yes, I'm running through the water, ladies and gentlemen. I'm running through the water.
My uniform's wet. Oh no. Boothby will
Really,
be
they say
pissed.
uniforms that automatically dries.
Boothby will be so pissed. Running through his flower bed. Well, hollow Boothby anyway.
Alright, that ain't too bad. So the lady bumped into that. Oh, I'm gonna have to go to the other setting. You ready?
Yep.
Not a bad ending, which was something like this is on a key down, so I can just hit the key down and automatically salute. And there's Aaron doing his token, a salute. Now, usual salute to everybody. Good old blood wine.
All right. Anyway. See you out there in the
Yeah, because
stars,
I was
ladies and
trying to
gentlemen.
get you, I go out to school to the sides of the building. I couldn't get the whole building in, but at least here's not too bad. Alright. Okay, I guess anything else? And otherwise, we'll just go ahead and wrap it up.
Yep. See you out in the stars, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so everybody, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel. Click the like button, dislike button, leave a long post, and I'll see you out in the stars. And if you also like what I'm doing, please go to my Patreon page and give me a helping hand if you don't mind what I'm doing. If you like what I'm doing. Ta-da now.